Hey everyone, this is aBlogtoWatch in Geneva at SIHH 2019. I'm David Bredan. I'm here with Zach Piña
to be here.
and Ariel Adams. Behind the camera is Adri. We're here at day -1 of SIHH, right?
That's right. We
We
snuck
arrived
in a little
early.
bit early. There's lots to see. We got to get our jet lag kind of slept off. So
Yeah, that's true. Before SIHH started, though, we popped over to Frank Muller Manufacturer, which is not at SIHH. They're just by Geneva, like 10-minute drive
just a
or
few
so.
kilometers up the lake. Really cool kind of chateau zone out there in the countryside, and we got a chance to see, in your words, some
preposterous Frank Muller watches. That's right. We saw the Crazy Hours, some new versions of that. It never gets old. I think it's hilarious. No. And we also saw some diamond and emerald studded watches that are way over the top. I mean, they had some more relaxed watches, right?
And I mean, conservative for Frank Muller is, it's completely subjective, but they did have some cool racing watches. They had a skeletonized new yachting sports watch as well. That was pretty neat. So there's definitely no shortage of eye candy to shoot up there in Frank Muller today. So, but in addition to what's coming, there's also been a fair amount of news that popped out ahead of the show as well. I mean, the last 48 hours have been pretty eventful. Three kind of stories really stand out in my mind as like the three essentially releases of the last 48 hours. I think you probably know what they are as well.
I think I know. There's more than three, but
there's more than three for sure. Well, let's start with the one today that popped up today. JLC had something that was pretty exciting.
So today's is a preview video. We're just giving you guys a quick rundown on the news and some of the pieces we saw hands-on. And then as the week goes on, we will come back to you with more hands-on videos and hands-on articles and so on. So yeah, JLC launched a new Gyro Tourbillon, which is, I can say, is my favorite JLC, and I'm sure I'm not alone with that. It's an absolutely incredible piece. Right now, this new piece combines a perpetual calendar with a minute repeater and Westminster chime on the minute repeater, and of course the good old Gyro Tourbillon.
And it looks amazing. It looks amazing. So I can't wait to get some shots of that thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also dropped today. Didn't have a chance to swing by the booth, but I saw it kind of out in the halls. It was the new Ulysse Nardin, the Freak X.
Yep, there's a phone call. They're just calling like, "Hey guys, did you see the new APs?" Yes, we saw the APs.
Yes,
we'll talk about it.
We'll get to that
in a minute. Yeah. So there's the new Freak X. It's like 20. It's low 20s, 21, I think, right? For the base model.
It's crass to say it's affordable. It's just 20K, but it is the most. It's the most affordable Ulysse Nardin.
And it's the Freak, which is highly and widely regarded as the piece that started the horlogerie craze. You know, that's where this high-end stuff started, and that's where it really is the piece that started this idea that you can have watches that are not very traditional. Of course, we all know about a Royal Oak and the design and so on, but for complications displayed on the dial side and going totally against what was known, you know, like flat spinning tourbillons, it really set the tone for a new, like, actually 2 decades now, over 2 decades.
And if you're new to following our coverage or just to the watch world in general, this particular show, SIHH, tends to showcase a lot more of these types of halo pieces, like the Freak, many others, and like the JLC. We see plenty of those at Basel World in March as well, but SIHH tends to really take those to the next level. So lots of those to see this week. One other piece of news that popped up over the last couple of days, it has everybody talking on the show floor right now, on social media as well, obviously.
It's AP.
It's the AP. The new code 1159.
Yes.
My favorite thing about the 1159 that we were talking about over lunch yesterday is it 11:59 a.m. or p.m.? Like, what if it's just the minute before lunch?
Yes.
It's not the minute before midnight.
I mean,
who knows?
That's true. If it was an Italian brand, I would say, okay, it's definitely a minute before lunch.
Very true. Hot take, though. What's your hot take on...
we
haven't seen it yet. We haven't gone hands-on with it yet.
Yeah,
so
I want to spend some time with it. On the dial, for me, on the base model, is flat out a disappointment with the layout and the date at 4:30. I have no idea what happened there. I will try and assess, how the proportions work and how legibility works, and maybe there are minute details to the dial and the hand's execution and so on that will save it.
How it's viewed at different angles.
But it's like 25 grand, so it really has to be freaking amazing for 25 large ones. The chrono is nice, but for over 40-something thousand, for in-house chronograph, again, we'll have to see these. The higher-end pieces for the Tourbillon and the other ones are really nice, and the minute repeater is cool.
I think, my hot take on that really is that the Royal Oak has been such a hard act to follow and such a crutch for the brand, and you know, kudos to them for trying to break away from that a little bit. But I think the anticipation for this whole collection was at like a fever pitch, and I think there was just this collective like, oh, is that it? That's it. That's what we've been waiting for. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if it really sinks in, if first-hand impressions in the metal change opinions. I know there's been no shortage of controversial opinions in the past with the Rolex, the goofy Air King, and you know the Patek Philippe Pilot watch that seemed to have everybody up in arms, and now is selling for what, above retail. Yeah. So you know these types of trends come and go, and the backlash is not necessarily indicative of whether or not a product is quality, but at the same time, like. So this release is disappointing.
Yeah. At the start is at least. So here's what I want to do. I want to sit down with AP, which we are going to do in a couple of days, and ask them who was the target demographic, who they had it in mind, what was the time scope that they were thinking for this collection. You know, do you expect this to look good 40 years from now, or is it supposed to look good today, or whatever? There's a bunch of questions I want to ask them, and I you know, what they answer will possibly, or it has the potential to shape my opinion of the collection. Yeah. No, I'm not going to drink their Kool-Aid or anything like that. If you've read my recent articles on AP, you will know I don't do that. But still, there's a chance that they can explain, you know, what's the point of that. We saw Panerai.
We did, yeah. So today on the show floor, for what we have seen today, we did see Panerai. Panerai has a big show already. They came out firing. This is the year of the submersible. So everything that we saw today was just kind of an advanced preview of what's going to be trickling out over the course of the next few days. They were all submersible models. Yep. There's a few that we can't mention because I think by the time this publishes, it'll still be ahead of the embargo. But people who have been...
We can mention the experiences.
We can absolutely mention those, yeah. But people who've been kind of holding out for certain sizes of Panerai watches are going to be excited this week. Yep. I know that the two watches that the embargo did lift on is the new Marina Militare collection, which is kind of a return to some naming convention that Panerai has used in the past with the partnerships with the Italian Commandos. Those are some pretty cool watches with the Carbotech cases. They are 47 millimeters, but they have a new dial, new handset, and they look rad. I mean, olive drab green and black is my favorite colorway. But that particular model, the olive drab and black, is not going to be attainable. That's the experience model.
That's for 40. Yeah, it's for 40. So Panerai launched 3 different. I think it's 3, right?
It's 3. Mm-hmm.
3 submersible models for around 40,000 euros each, and what you get to do is you get to own the watch, and you get to go on an adventure with Panerai and one of their either ambassadors or some partnership with Italian commando teams and have a 2-day training with them. Yep. It's a cool idea. Jean-Marc Pontreau is the CEO of Panerai since about last year, a little bit longer than that. He used to be with Roger Dubuis before, and we know for a fact that these experience projects were working really well for Roger Dubuis in a different price segment. So there you needed to buy like a double tourbillon Pirelli co-production timepiece for like 250,000 euros, and then they would take you to a Formula One race. So for 40,000 in comparison to the 250,000, that's a big difference. But the idea is the same. You buy the product and you go on one of these experiences, which is, I guess, it's pretty cool. We'll see how it works out for them. 40,000 is a lot. If you don't buy these, what you get and what you're looking at is a bunch of other submersible models. We can say this irrespective of embargoes that feature cool, new, and modern materials and smaller sizes as well. They are going to be expensive, pretty expensive, but new and modern materials, cool look. They all have this heavy-duty look to them, right?
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, it's a good collection, and it's a good year for the submersible. You know, one other thing that Panerai put out this year, kind of like the experiences where we were watching it, and I was sitting there thinking, you know, this is the first time that it's being done at this level, and I'm kind of surprised to see that. Is Panerai is fully embracing a more sustainable alternative, not just for its straps. They introduced a new set of straps, which are they're recycled from, each strap is made from 3 plastic bottles. They're comfortable, they feel great, they photograph really, really well. I think people are going to like them. But not just the straps, Panerai is the first watch brand to make a fully recycled case as well. The
from
case
titanium.
Is made from recycled titanium. And the titanium, I believe, has been recycled from the aerospace industry.
Where else? Yeah. Of course, it's not going to be from like dentist tools or whatever. It's going to be aerospace.
But it looks, it looks just like a regular titanium case. It's brushed. They're utilizing a new handset and a new bezel to sort of delineate the recycled collection, essentially. As with many premium recycled goods, they do not come cheap. which is
they're
a shame.
About 20,000, right?
Yeah, they're around 20,000 euros. So that's an expensive setup for sure. But I think again, a lot of people are going to be. It's a step in the right direction. It's a feel good Panerai essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else did we see today? You had a chance to check in with Roger Dubuis?
Yeah, I saw a new one-off piece of Roger Dubuis where people were almost killing each other to go hands-on with it. It was ridiculous and totally out of control. And can I just say, this happens. This is, I think, my 5th SIHH, and it happens every single year that a brand launches like one piece, and there are no dummies to photograph that are just, executed to the same level or anything like that. No, there's one piece for like literally hundreds of videographers and photographers to go berserk about, and I actually got to see the watch for a tiny amount of time, but I did get some wrist shots and so on, and some scratches and marks. But we did make it happen, which is great. It's a collaboration piece between them and a new one-off Lamborghini car, which is exhibited in the center of the Roger Dubuis booth, which is pretty cool. That's it for today. We are going hands-on with a ton of watches over the next 4 or 5 days. We hope you guys stay tuned for those. We will bring you specific hands-on videos for each, and of course hands-on articles on aBlogtoWatch as well.
Good stuff.
All right. See you guys later.